Hi everyone, and welcome to another video from Bad Car Symptoms. The fuel filter on your car keeps the fuel coming from the gas tank to the engine clean and free of debris. In this video, we'll show you some of the most common bad fuel filter symptoms and perhaps help recognize the problem on time and avoid trouble. So stay tuned. Bad car symptoms. Increased fuel consumption. An increased fuel consumption is probably the first thing you'll notice, and this appears in the very beginning of the problem. With a clogged filter, the fuel flow is irregular, and this causes a disturbance in the air-fuel mixture, resulting in an increased fuel consumption. Reduced engine power. The next symptom is reduced engine power. At first, it will be barely noticeable. When you press the gas pedal, you'll notice just a slight jitter or a slight hesitation when accelerating. As the fuel filter gets more clogged, you'll later notice more serious problems like engine sputtering, engine stalling, or even misfires. The check engine light appears. At this point, the check engine light will probably come up on the dashboard. Since there is a disturbance in the air-fuel mixture due to the clogged filter, the check engine light may start coming up intermittently at the very beginning of the problem. Later, it will probably be on all the time due to the various problems we've mentioned, like engine stalling, misfires, or else. A whining fuel pump. Instead of the short buzz from the fuel pump just before you start the engine, you'll hear a long whining sound. When the fuel filter is clogged, it puts a lot of stress on the fuel pump, as the pump has to produce more pressure than usual to supply the engine with fuel. In some cases, you may also sense a smell of fuel. Long cranking of the engine, or the engine may not start at all. The final symptom of a bad fuel filter is long cranking. In more severe cases, when the filter is totally clogged, the engine may not start at all. Just as with most of the previous symptoms, at first you'll just notice a slight hesitation when starting the engine, but as the problem gets worse, the cranking will be longer. If not changed on time, the fuel filter may cause serious and costly damage. It can damage the fuel pump and parts of the fuel intake system, not to mention that it affects the proper functioning of the engine. One more thing to know is that this filter is one of the cheaper parts on your car, and on most cars it's relatively easy to replace. Having this in mind, the moment you notice any of these symptoms, inspect the problem and, if needed, replace the filter to avoid bigger future problems. So that's it for this time. We hope the video helps. Please like and subscribe, it's a huge help for what we're doing. Thanks for watching and thanks for your time.